Carlos, it feels like each time out, Clay gets more and more comfortable with what it takes to be a starting pitcher and go deep into games. What type of evolution have you seen from him just from that first start to where he is right now?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot, and you're exactly right. He had a pitch today on a day where it was windy and that two seam was moving a lot. He had to use all of his weapons, whether it was the changeup, the four seam, the cutter, the sweeper slider, and not shying away from the two seam when he needed to. That's what you call pitching. And when you're talking about a guy that is just starting to make that transition, and when you see it this early, that's pretty impressive. Just to have the feel for it and his ability to trust the pitches that he's pretty much a lot of them are new, if you want to call it. And now that he's going out there and giving us 5, 6, he did it again today. Pretty impressive by him.
Another great defensive play from Lindor, the home run again. I know you talk all the time about how this is just an elite player doing elite things, but what for you is the most difficult thing that he pulls off or makes look easy on a nightly basis?
He posts, man. He's prepared. Every play. He doesn't take pitches off. He knows the importance of playing every pitch, regardless whether he's 0 for 4 or for 5. He knows the importance of playing defense and staying engaged and being a leader on the field too. We saw it today. That backhand play. I thought as a team we make some good defensive play. Nimmo put back to Lindor. That's a different inning if that ball gets through. That ball that he had to backhand and got the force out to end the inning. That means this is a player, like I said, doesn't take plays off, and it takes a lot physically, mentally to be able to do it day in and day out. That's not easy to do.
Tim?
How big was that Nimmo play?
Huge, But I think that ball was going to be out. I didn't see the replay, but, another good defensive play. And that's what it's going to take. I thought today was a good team win. There was a lot of good things happening on the field, defensively, offensively. The pitching, I thought Sanger was really good, but Nimmo, huge play there.
Tim?
For Nimmo with the catch plus the hit that at the time was the hit going ahead in the 7th inning. Can a game like that get the ball rolling in the right direction for Nimmo?
Well, I mean, this is another guy that knows what it takes, and he's been through tough times before. He's not going to be the last time. We got a lot of guys there that they know what it takes. And they don't panic. They don't panic. They know they're good players, and eventually things will turn around. And we saw it today on a, we could call it a few days for Brandon where. It's been a little tough for him that as far as like getting results. I said it yesterday. I like their bats. Today comes big for us with 2 outs, not trying to do too much and gets that single up the middle, makes a defensive play. Like even when they're not performing or doing what they're capable of offensively in this case, there's in a lot of different ways they can help us win a baseball game. And defense, base running by taking a walk, and he's one of those guys too.
Steve?
With that Nimmo at bat in particular, I know you've talked about how he was maybe getting a little overly aggressive swinging early in counts, first pitch. The way Maton was just pounding fastball, I think he threw 9 straight fastballs, and Nimmo took 2 cutters basically right down the middle. Did you like the fact that he seemed to have a plan of what he was looking for and then was able to jump on that curveball?
Yeah, 100%. And he always has a good plan. And, more times than not, he's going to execute. Today he was patient, familiar with Phil, and then just watching how he attacked Pete the previous at-bat, even though he's a righty, he's a complete different hitter. Then he was just waiting for that breaking ball till he finally got it and didn't try to do too much. But not afraid to hit with couple strikes, not afraid to work an at-bat because that's who he is. He's a really good hitter.
Dave?
Carlos, I think the offense to this point has been kind of piecing it together aside from Pete, but this series you saw kind of your big guys get going with Lindor. Soto had a big series, and with Nimmo chipping in today. Is that the kind of production you've kind of been looking forward to or just waiting for those guys to get going together?
Yeah, and that's what we're good offensive teams. because from top to bottom, there's a lot of different ways we could beat teams, right? By getting on base, by putting the ball in play, by hitting the ball out of the ballpark, taking our walks, situational hitting when we need to, and when you get Lindor, when you get Soto, and on top of that you got Pete, and then you get the Nimmos of the world, and those guys down the line. Yeah, that's a dangerous offense.
Mark.
You mentioned Soto, good weekend for him, good series. What did you like about the at-bats you saw? And when you see him taking walks still, does that tell you that he's, head's in the right place right now?
Well, yeah, the walks are always going to be there. I mean, he's elite at controlling the strike zone. But I'm going to go back to yesterday. There was an at-bat against a lefty. I think it was the second hit he got up the middle. He fouled off straight back, and then he took a swing. He fouled off towards left field that I thought that's what it is right there. And I even talked to him after the game yesterday. I was like, that swing right there. And he said, it's like, that's the one I'm looking for. And then today, with the sac fly, because of, Taylor's speed, obviously, he's not trying to do too much. He's just trying to stay inside. And then, he goes all the way. And then when you see him driving the ball the other way with authority, the way he did with that double in the gap, that's a good sign there. When he's going good, that's the eighth swing there. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
Jen.
Yeah, every win, every series, it's important. You're here to win series. You're here to win games. You're playing a really good team. As far as our confidence, we got to continue to do what we're capable of and control the things that we need to control. That's one day at a time, one series at a time mentality. We got another good team coming in on the Phillies, but it's good to see those guys getting results this early and finishing games off.
Thank you, Carlos. Oh, I'm sorry. One more. Will. Apologies.
Also, I just wanted to follow up on that swing. What was different about it?
Short.
Or not Minnesota?
Yeah, it was just short. You could see the barrel I didn't see him flying open. From our dugout, there's times where you see him maybe flying open a little bit, and on that swing right there, it was like that could be it right there. So,
Thank you, Carlos.